So welcome back to L4B Love Football, Kenya's biggest football channel. And this is the Let's Talk Kenyan Football podcast. Today, Kenya plays against Zimbabwe in the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifier matches. And this match will be played in Uganda. We talked about this in our previous video, the reason why our matches have been moved to other countries. And long story short, well, Kenya doesn't have an approved stadium. To make matters worse, Michael Olunga, our skipper, our top scorer in recent matches, is not going to feature. He's actually scored a number of goals versus Zimbabwe, Malawi, and the likes. And he's not going to feature because of an injury. Which brings us to today's topic, and the highlight of today's video is which striker should be picked to play against Zimbabwe. We saw a recent poll in the Pulse Sports WhatsApp channel, and the title was, which striker should Harambee Stars pick to start up front against Zimbabwe in the absence of Michael Olunga, who has been ruled out through injury? Interesting stuff. And as per today morning, 577 votes were actually cast in, and Benson Omala took 391 votes. This is 68% of the votes. Like, guys actually believe that Benson Omala should be the man to start against Zimbabwe or play up front against Zimbabwe. Jonah Ayunga had 69 votes, and this was 12% of the votes, and I think it's because a lot of people haven't actually seen Jonah Ayunga play. He was just recently called up to the Harambee Stars squad. He's more of a target man as well, and so I think because we need someone who's more mobile up front, especially against Zimbabwe, he might not be the man to start. He might come in, probably. But we also have Patrick Otieno, the only local player out of this list, because Benson Omala moved to a Lebanon side. He was actually the top scorer last season in the AFCON Premier League, and he moved to a Lebanon side. And so the only local-based player is Patrick Otieno, or local-based striker is Patrick Otieno, and he got 9% of the votes, the lowest of these strikers. He got 51 votes. Patrick Otieno actually scored when the under-23 side went to play in South Africa. So he's a guy who can score, by the way. He's also mobile, and it's actually quite disappointing that he got 9%. I thought he would get more than Jonah Ayunga. But we also have John Avire. He got 11% votes. This was 66 votes for John Avire. And John Avire can actually play out wide. He can play as a winger. And so that might be the case, actually, when he comes. I don't see him playing up front. He could play as a winger. If anything, we could have him play alongside Benson Omala. That would be really, really deadly, by the way. John Avire is really good, man. The problem was that he had that absence. He had like a 5-year absence from Harambee Stars. But yeah, those are the strikers and the numbers of votes that have come in as per Pulse Sports, and these were the votes that were cast in the WhatsApp channel. Benson Omala once again has 68%. This was as per today morning, and so personally, he should be the man to play up front. He has goals. He's mobile. The only issue is just the lack of experience, and this is something that Coach Firat should consider going forward. It's just introducing different forwards. We've also had Michael Olunga playing a number of games, the games whereby he doesn't play too well. So I think Coach Firat should start looking at who else can play up front and just be as good. You know what I mean? So yes, we're looking forward to that match. Kenya versus Zimbabwe. It's going to be played in Uganda for the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifier matches. We also play Namibia on the 10th of September in South Africa. So that would be another good match to catch. And yes, so in our opinion, Benson Omala should play. I think John Avire will come on. Jonah Ayunga, depending on how the game goes, could also play alongside Benson Omala. John Avire could play out wide, but we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Do make sure to catch that game. And thank you so much for watching until the end. Do make sure to subscribe to Kenya's biggest football channel. And also like this video for more. And yes, do check out our other social media platforms at L4B Love Football. And as always, support Kenyan football. We out.